Hello YouTube, it is 6:19 p.m. April 25th, 2022, and I just got off the I-10 West Rapid, and as you see, the bus driver isn't continuing on to the next stop. She just got out and is probably going to the restroom over there, I would guess. Yeah, this transit center has like a little driver's lounge kind of thing. Let me see if I can get over to it. Oh no, she's actually stopping. Never mind. She's standing in the bus shelter smoking a cigarette. Classy. So yeah, it was just me and one other person riding that giant what do you call it? I forget the word. Articulated bus. That's the word. Yeah, giant articulated bus. I'm not sure what the capacity is, passenger capacity on those, but it's pretty large. And yeah, just me and one other person. So she's got an empty bus. She's still got one more stop to go, but big empty bus. Yeah. Yeah, I keep hoping there'd be better transit services, but I don't know why. Hardly anybody uses the ones that we have. And honestly, all I can think of all the time is just how badly I want my car back. So I haven't heard back from Rob, my mechanic. Oh shit, she didn't even go on to the next stop. She just turned around and is heading back downtown. Wow. I mean, I guess it doesn't serve any point to go to the next stop. It's not like she picks up anybody there, which is something I kind of question. Like, what's the point in deadheading back empty like that? It's bad enough she drove all the way out here with only 2 passengers, but why don't they schedule that bus to where it goes up to the transit center and then heads back with at least the potential and availability for more passengers? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it, but anyway, I had a whole lot to say since yesterday. I mean, I was about 11:50. Oh, I'm in negative UPT right now. I got another one of those automated HR emails, and I should be fine. I put some PTO on it, but yeah, I can't seem to. I'm just struggling so much with going to work every day that I can't seem to build up much UPT anymore. And a lot of it has to do with, the transit situation, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm just so massively depressed lately that it's a real struggle to get up. I don't know, just thinking a lot about life and a lot about my life, and it just feels like at 52 years old, I just feel like I've missed out on all the experiences a person my age is supposed to have already had. I mean, my marriage lasted less than 2 years. My attempts at fatherhood have been pretty fucking pathetic. I feel like I've failed both of my daughters just absolutely miserably. And at the moment, don't have any idea where either of them are. And the younger one is 13. I couldn't even begin to say anything about her at this point. I don't know anything about her at this point. It's been, I feel like, over 3 years since I've had any contact with her, and I don't feel completely helpless on that front, and wonder if I'll ever see her again, and if she'd even ever want to see me again. God knows how her mother has twisted this. Now she's twisted it in her mind, the situation. it's just really fucked up. Her beginning of the pandemic, her mother just up and moved and didn't give any forwarding address and quit. She canceled her email and disconnected her phone, so I just have no idea where she is. And she pulled her out of her school, even though the custody orders, which the school had a copy of, clearly showed that I had full custodial decision-making power for her, and I was the only parent. That's a phone case on the ground. I thought there was a cell phone on the ground. That I'm the only parent with the custodial authority to have removed her from the school. But not only did they let her remove her from the school, but they didn't even contact me when they did. And then went to the school to try and see if maybe they had any leads on where the fuck she was. And mind you, they were doing this stupid remote learning thing anyway, which I don't think Lily was even really participating in while she was with her mother. I don't know what she... Anyway, they didn't have any information. They just said that their mother picked up all her school records, which they legally should not have been able to. I mean, I guess they could have been able to release copies of them to her, but they shouldn't have been allowed to release everything to her to put her in another school, because I'm the only one with the custodial authority to register Lily for school. But, that's female privilege in today's American society. It doesn't really matter what the law is and what the custody orders are. It's just assumed that mom handles that and dad is absent, and even if a man goes and fights and gets custody of his kids, a mother can just turn around and do that, and the authorities won't do shit. I mean, I went to the police a couple of years ago, and they went to the address I went to and said they didn't find anybody there. Well, yeah, no shit, I already did that. But they didn't find her, and that's all the farther they went with it. They didn't do anything, And of course, had it been the reverse situation, if her mother was the primary custodian, and she left her with me for a little while, and I just disappeared with her, there'd be an Amber Alert. I'd have my picture plastered all over the TV as a kidnapper, But when a mom does that, it's just, whatever. Anyway, I guess on the bright side, she's 13. I don't know that I could even handle parenting her right now. I mean, I'm struggling to take care of myself, and that's extra depressing. And as for my older daughter, I mean, she's going to be 21 in about a month, I think. I don't remember her birthday offhand. I struggle remembering dates. In fact, on the vlog the other day, I looked at my phone to see what the date was, and then when I started recording video, I said the wrong date by nearly a month. So, if I can't remember a date after looking at it just mere seconds earlier, what chance do I have of remembering anybody's birthday, even the birthdays of my own offspring? So, that's depressing. I don't know. Last I saw my older daughter, she was popped in to grab some mail and was wearing a bikini. Looked like she'd wasted away to about 80 pounds. And at this point, the only thing she seems interested in doing is drugs and turning tricks. So, yeah, what a great job I've done her as a father. And she'd, rather be homeless, turning tricks than, living with me. So, it says a lot for what a joy it must be to live with me. So yeah, that's that's the situation with my kids. It's nothing to really look forward to. Um, at this point, I kind of wish I was with my ex-wife in the hereafter. At least she doesn't have any problems anymore. For those who haven't caught that memo, yeah, my ex-wife, my ex-wife committed suicide when our daughter was 14, shortly after her 14th birthday. So, after pretty much effectively completely keeping her away from me since she was 4 years old. So, yeah, I didn't really have much of a chance to parent her, all things considered. The older daughter, the one that's a hooker now. Oh goodness. Yeah, I sat and looked at my bank account and the numbers, and I'm going to come up short on what I need to pay rent again at the end of the month. I think I'll have enough money on the 3rd, so hopefully if I just act like a space cadet and pay my rent on the 3rd, everything will be just fine. I don't know. I keep trying to tell myself I'll be happier once I have my car, but I doubt I doubt I really will. Just have different expenses and stuff. I'm trying to set the phone here so I can tie my shoe. My shoes, for some reason, my shoes never stay tied. Somehow, whatever that magic is that everybody else has, that their shoes stay tied. I was born without it, and in 52 years, I still haven't acquired it. Like, I think I'm tying my shoes correctly, but I don't know. They always come untied, usually pretty quickly. Oh, so last night was okay at work, I guess. So it's been almost 2 weeks since I've seen Kia, so I'm beginning to think she quit the job here. I didn't see that coming. I kind of thought her and I were starting to make a connection, although I suppose I'm just absolutely dreaming if I think any 25-year-old attractive woman would be interested in hooking up with me, even one who's living in a homeless shelter. Got a ride home yesterday. Well, not home, but to the 51 and Thomas Road, where I catch the Thomas bus, with the Brazilian woman again. I still can't for the life of me remember her name. She seemed very frustrated last night, just frustrated with the job and frustrated with her health, and she seemed like she was struggling to breathe and was coughing quite a bit. We spent an awkward amount of the ride just in silence. I don't know. I can't really seem to connect and communicate with her, which is a bummer, because she's one of the few women I've met that's around my age that I actually find physically attractive. As opposed to Kia, who I find very attractive, and she's less than half my age. God, the morning we spent together, that was the morning there was the fire in the warehouse. The morning we spent together, I don't know, but maybe that was one-sided. It felt like we were really connecting and talking, but maybe it was just me running my mouth for an audience of one. Not unlike this YouTube channel. Because at one point she kind of was like, it's like, Dan, it's like, what? Because I gotta go. as we were just sitting parked in front of my place. And I would have loved to invite her in, but my place is just, at this point it just reeks of cat piss to the point it just hurts to go in there. And I should really work on cleaning that up, but at this point I'm just so overwhelmed and depressed, I just can't even deal with it. I go home and I climb into the bed, which reeks of cat piss. And I know they've been pissing on the blanket that I wrap up in, but I don't have a washer and a dryer. And I don't have a vehicle to take that stuff to the laundromat. And the thought of doing it by bus, well, and it takes so many hours to do it by bus that I can't. I don't think I can manage that and get enough sleep and get back to work. I don't know. I just hope I get my car fixed soon. I'm a lot happier when I'm driving. On that note, the Brazilian woman drove yesterday. She didn't ask me to drive her car, so I guess she didn't. I don't know. I guess maybe either she didn't like my driving or she liked, thought that she might learn the other route, other than taking the freeway, if she drove it as opposed to sitting as a passenger, which makes sense. I can get behind that. She was getting kind of frustrated as we were driving down Van Buren. She's like, "Well, that way was a lot nicer than being stuck on the freeway." It's, how do you? Can you show me how to do that? I said, "Well, it's pretty simple. Just, hey, what's up?" It's pretty simple. Just turn on Van Buren and just keep driving straight down Van Buren. And of course, at every major intersection, every mile, her GPS was telling us to turn left at 75th Avenue, turn left at 67th Avenue, turn left at 59th Avenue. I'm like, well, can't you just shut that off? And she's like, well, it keeps saying to turn left. I'm like, yeah, because it's programmed to send you to the freeway. It has no knowledge of how much traffic there is on the freeway. It has no knowledge of the fact that freeway is completely congested and no place that you want to be right now. And it also has no knowledge of the fact that there's no traffic to speak of on Van Buren. It's just a computer program. And that's what it does. Why don't you just shut it off? Eventually she did. But yeah, it's amazing how many people they can't navigate, they have computers that navigate, and then they wonder why it all gets them into traffic issues when all the computers are navigating everybody down the same damn road. Anyway, it's I like driving. I like navigating. I really wish I was able to do that for a living, but at this point, nobody wants a human navigator. Everybody just wants to use GPS algorithms. Algorithms for everything. At this point, I'm just waiting for AI to take over and kill off humanity because I'm pretty much sick of it.